Peace and blessings, family. Peace and blessings. This is your brother, Sean Ali, here at Supreme Health and Fitness by Sean Ali. And as always, I thank everybody for tuning in with me and giving me some of your valuable time. And as always, I pray that this brief message is received in the spirit that I'm striving to deliver it in, which is the spirit of your brother, the spirit of love, and of course, and always in the spirit and in the name of God. I just wanted to briefly come and shed some light on a very important part of our health and well-being. And it's so important, in fact, it's where a lot of us go wrong. It's where a lot of us, we think that we are making healthier choices, but we end up creating a more stressful environment inside of ourselves. And this is dealing with hydration. This is dealing with our water intake. So I just wanted to briefly come and talk about hydration, understanding hydration, what it is not. And to ask a couple of questions, like, did you know that cold water does not cool you down? In fact, it's the opposite. Cold water harms you. A lot of us, we think when it's in, particularly now when it's becoming hot and we are getting into the close to the high 90s and digit weather, we think that cold water is the elixir, is the remedy. No, your body has an internal temperature of 98.6 degrees. So this is we're a scientist. You can go put a boiling pot of water on your stove and you can get the temperature up to 98.6 degrees. And then go and dump cold water inside of it and watch the reaction. This is what happens inside of you. So instead of cooling you off, your blood, your arteries constrict. Your temperature has immediately lowered. Your heart rate suffers. Your stomach, your digestion shuts down. And now instead of cooling you off, your body has to regain that 98.6 degrees. And it is a harsh environment that you create inside of yourself when you drink cold water, to thinking that you cooling yourself off. Look up brain freeze. See that vein or that artery that goes from your heart to your brain to provide the blood to your brain. See, when you swallow cold water, it gets it freezes that artery. So now the blood that's flowing from your heart to your brain is becoming cold. That's what gives you that brain freeze. And you be like, oh, because the blood that's going into your brain has become cold. It's being cold. And with each pump, you're sending cold blood into the one of the most vital parts of your body, which is your brain, your ability to think. There is documented science where people have died from a brain freeze. There is documented acts where people have died from a heart failure from drinking cold water. That's not the remedy. Your internal temperature is a constant and consistent 98.6 degrees. Whenever you put something in your body that is far away from that temperature, before your body can use whatever you put in it, it must first raise back its temperature to create homeostasis or balance, and then it can deal with whatever you put in it. Did you know that you are not designed to drink water all day long? You are a closed apparatus. So let's look at hydration. how your body will tell you if you are hydrated. You don't have to assume that I'm drinking water, that I'm gonna get up and drink water. Your body will tell you when you are hydrated. You can look at your urine. Your urine has color stages. It can go from clear to a very deep yellow, or it takes on the color of whatever you eat or drink. Now, if you say, let's say how you start your day. Now, you just arose, you woke up, you go to the bathroom. Let's say you urinate between 4 to 6 ounces of liquid, of urine. And if you looking at the color of your urine is a pale yellow, almost clear. That means you are properly hydrated. That means, listen to me, you have only lost 4 to 6 ounces of fluid. Now you go from your bathroom to your kitchen and you drink 12 to 16 to 20 ounces of water, tea, or coffee. Now you have put back the 4 to 6 ounces you have lost, and now you have hydrated and become overhydrated. So now listen to me. How do you lose your water? If you don't sweat, if you don't urinate, then how do you lose your water? What are you replacing if you drink water at lunchtime? If you urinate and your urine is not dark yellow, which is your indication of dehydration, then why are you drinking? Is it because you have become addicted to drinking? Or is it because you don't understand this language of your own self? See, so when we looking at hydration, this is important because you are 75% water. So if you throw off this equation by becoming dehydrated, you can cause, and for every action there's an opposite and equal reaction. Now, because you have decreased that 75%, you can cause health problems. Now, if you go over that 75%, you can cause health problems. It's no different. It's the same concept. So when we looking at how we can do our hydration, then we must understand that we have to hold on, family. I can hear you. Okay. I'm almost done. So when we are looking at our hydration, we are looking at understanding the communication with our body. We are looking at understanding how our body tells us what it needs. If it needs hydration, it will tell you. But you got to understand who taught you about drinking 8 cups a day. Who taught you about you having to drink when you get up? Who taught you to drink when you eat? If you are chewing your food and your mouth becomes dry, instead of drinking something, try to chew slower. See, you have moisture in your mouth. So if you eating some food and while you're chewing, your mouth becomes dry and you feel you need some liquid to help that process. Try chewing slower and watch how your mouth will become filled with saliva. See, we just have to understand our body. So with this brief message, I just wanted to come and say, understand hydration, what it is, and more importantly, what it is not. And the science of us drinking water. Do we know that cold water is dangerous? Do we know that we are not created to drink all day? If you feel thirsty, if you feel dehydrated and you have not sweat if you have not urinated or defecated in lost water, how do you get that sensation? Check your breathing. When it's cold outside and you are breathing, you can see the moisture in your, as it's getting in that cold air. You can see the moisture. So when you look at becoming dehydrated, the number one way that we dehydrate ourselves is by mouth breathing or panting. We mimic animals. You can watch a sports player, you can watch the majority of us, we have adapted panting as a way of breathing. And that is how we lose our moisture and cause dehydration. Because when it's cold, you can see it. If it's warm out, you can't see it, but you are losing moisture. And you cause yourself to become dehydrated. You cause yourself to overheat. You cause yourself, it causes yourself to lose the ability to achieve homeostasis. So family, this is just a brief message here from your brother here at Supreme Health and Fitness. Like I said, we just wanted to go over understanding hydration, what it is, what it's not. Going over to asking yourself, why do you drink the way you drink now? Is it science or is it something that's been passed on? So we just going over some science, going over cold water. Do you know that cold water does not cool you off? Do you know when you're in that heat of day and you're thinking about that commercial and that cold, that beverage can actually kill you? Do you know that you are not created and designed to drink all day long, especially when you get up, especially during the midday, especially when you eat? That your body tells you when it needs hydration, just like it will tell you when it needs food. That if we listen to our body will tell us the things that we need in order for us to be healed, in order for us to be healthy, and in order for us to successfully enjoy our abundant life. So family, thank you all for tuning in. I pray that this brief message was received in the spirit I'm striving to deliver it in, which is the spirit of your brother, the spirit of love, and of course and always in the spirit and in the name of God. And I leave you as I came. Greeting words of peace. Salam alaikum. Hotel. Black power. Power to the people. Peace.